identify the Mage deck list on the left hand side. What kind of a mage is it? It's not Quest Mage. He plays Frost Novas in his deck, he plays Frost Bolts, Ice Lancers, all naturally occurring in his deck. It sounds like a Freeze Mage to me, an old school Freeze Mage. And it's very impressive, the number of freeze effects he's able to generate here. At 1 health, both ice blocks have been popped. He's still finding a way to stabilise. Very impressive. All credit to him. Unfortunately for him, we have Leroy. Time's up indeed. But yes, if anyone can identify what kind of a mage this is, please leave a comment in the comment section below. I am curious. Okay, what deck am I playing today? So I am playing Faguoren's Odd Rogue. So what's compelled me to play Odd Rogue? I mean, Rogue is my least played class in Hearthstone. But the Scholomance expansion has been released, and I've been monitoring Twitter, and there's been some discussion about the viability of Odd Rogue now in Wild Mode, with new cards that have been printed. So Secret Passage being one of those key new cards. 1-cost spell, replace your hand with 5 cards from your deck. Swap back next turn. On paper, that sounds incredibly powerful. It's card draw for a given turn. It can help you find an answer to a problem on the board, or it could help you find lethal. So, sounds pretty impressive. And, you know, Odd Rogue has had its time to shine in the past, and it keeps making a comeback from time to time. It did disappear recently, but maybe now with these new cards that have been printed from the new expansion, maybe it's time for Odd Rogue to make a return. So I started playing games with this deck without any practice, without much thought, and I was able to get an 88% win rate on a very small sample size of games, but still impressive. 7 wins, 1 loss, and I lost to a Q block, by the way, in case you're wondering. Void Caller into Void Lord into Q block shenanigans. I stood no chance. But we were able to get some wins against Druids, a Mage, Shamans, and another Warlock. So all in all, pretty good. My MVP of this deck, my favourite card, is Tour Guide. 1-cost 1/1, Battle Cry. Your next hero power costs 0. Now, why is that good? Well, let's say you're facing an aggressive opponent, and they start the game on turn 1, they play a 1-drop. It's then your turn 1, and you play Tour Guide. You get a 1/1 on the board and a free dagger with 2 attack. That lets you hopefully kill off their 1-drop. You've got control of the board, you have initiative, and suddenly the game is looking like it's in your favour. That's how powerful that card can be. I think it's pretty cool. So, let's have a look at this deck in action. Starting out against a Warlock.
None can escape my fury.
Okay, so we're looking for 1-drops. So a Deckhand, a Tour Guide, a Buccaneer. No 1-drops.
None will survive.
Just a load of 3-drops. Unfortunate. Oh look, there's a 1-drop. And I think we should play it.
Here for the tour?
This is pretty good value. 1/1 body and a dagger, all for 1 mana. And I hit face. Why did I hit face? Was that the correct play? I don't know. But I'm thinking to myself, next turn, I'll probably re-dagger. Because I don't have another 1-drop I can play. We're not decks, there are no 2-drops to come. All I have are 3 drops in hand, so I'll probably just re-dagger next turn with nothing else to do. So may as well hit face on the last turn. Oh dear, we're not playing that. That's just ridiculous. Our luck, our RNG, terrible. And when you draw patches in hand, it's the most demoralising thing. Psychologically, it sets you back for the rest of the game. You know, it's quite damaging. But anyway, let's see what we can do with a Hench Clan Thug. Another new card in this deck is the Vulpera Toxin Blade. It gives you a weapon plus 2 attack. So I guess it's a way of pushing a bit more aggression if you need it. Ha ha.
Justice is mine.
So next turn we probably play the Toxin Blade and read Dagger. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not sure if my hits with the dagger have been correct. Like, when do you hit with the dagger? When do you hit face with it? When do you save it? These are questions that I need to think about. And I guess that kind of thought process is what separates good players from bad players. And right now, I'm a bad Odd Rogue player, for sure. But we're pushing a lot of damage here. And I guess we're setting up for lethal. And it's turn 5. It's not bad, you know. It's not bad at all. We kind of played around Defile, I think, which is good. At most, we lose the deckhand to a Defile. Dark Bomb. Okay. Finley? Okay. Oh, he's a priest now. Sure. So, no lethal, I don't think. At least I can't count lethal here.
The pirate's code.
Justice is mine.
Do we trade? I think we do. I think we do. Just to make life a little bit more awkward for him if he has Plague of Flames, for example. Oh wow, it's Reno lock. He didn't have Reno on turn 6 though. Oh, tour guide. Okay. Sure. I think we just win. There's Leroy.
Justice is mine.
Time's up. Let's do this. Feels good. Feels amazing. Okay, next game. Let's get to Shaman. So, what are we looking for? 1-drops. But I'm going to keep the Thug. Yeah, it's a good 3-drop. Assuming we play a 1-drop, dagger up, and then play the Thug on 3. So that would be I think the standard plan of action with Odd Rogue.
None will survive.
He's not an even deck, which is interesting. So I assume it's either some kind of Shadowwalk Shaman, which is unlikely, or a Big Shaman, which I think is much more likely. Big Shaman still seeing some play. Still pretty good. But a typical strong start here from Odd Rogue. Patches out on board, quality 1-drop played, dagger played. Now we're heading to turn 3. Seems reasonable. Oh my goodness, he's going face. Wow. That was a lucky 3-drop. And we need to kill that. And I don't think we use our face. He's going to pile on a bit of pressure on the board here. So, what are we scared of? We're scared of Devolve. We're scared of devolving missiles, of course. Oh my god, he missed... Oh, right. He missed the Thug, but he used a Devolve too. That's fine. He had to commit significant resources there. I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely fine with that. Next turn we have Loatheb. That could hopefully block out something like Eureka if it's a big Shaman deck. Should be a 6-cost spell, I think, if memory serves correct.
This way.
So Loatheb makes the spells cost 5 more, so blocks out another Devolve if he's got it. Blocks out Hagatha's Scheme if he's been charging it up in hand. Loatheb is just game winning. And I think one of the best cards in the WoW format at the moment, given how many quest mages there are in the meta, Reno Priests. Loatheb could just really ruin their day at the right time. Okay, let's have a look at one final game against Druid. So, Aggro Druid, Kel'Thas Jade Druid, Malygos Druid. There are various Druid decks circulating at the moment. From what I've been facing, the most popular has been Malygos Druid.
None will survive.
But we have got a tour guide, that makes us happy. And it looks like an Aggro Druid. Well, it could be Malygos Druid. I mean, Malygos Druid could play Living Roots.
Here for the tour.
But this is really good value, right? We have played a 1-cost 1/1. We have equipped a dagger,
Justice is
all for 1 mana. We've cleared the board, and that's it. Wow. Just wow. I guess if he was Aggro Druid, he was going to get the board back. So, Faguoren's Odd Rogue, what do I think? Well, strong deck, as you saw in this video. You know, Odd Rogue can just absolutely overpower and overwhelm opponents, be incredibly aggressive. I love the inclusion of Tour Guide. I will sing the praises of that card. Secret Passage, we've not really had an opportunity to play, and we never needed it. We were in a strong position in those games where we were just out-pressuring our opponent, and the games were quick. Had those games gone on a fair bit longer, then yes, I can see Secret Passage coming into play and perhaps finding its lethal, perhaps finding its solutions to problems on the board. But as it stands, we didn't need it. All we needed in those games was a well-timed Loatheb and a well-timed Leroy Jenkins. That is what was winning us the game, and a reasonable early curve. So all in all, would I recommend Odd Rogue for laddering up? Absolutely. It seems strong. I'm not an Odd Rogue expert, so if you've got questions, please post them at me in the comments section below, or even better, post them on Twitter and I'll ask Faguoren or any of the other wild mode rogue experts that I know of to come and respond. They know a hell of a lot more than me. But hey, if someone like me can just pick this deck up, not know what they're doing, and win lots of games, then I think you can too. So, thank you very much for joining me, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like and give me a subscribe. I would be eternally grateful. And I will see you all again very soon, as always, for more Wild Mode fun.